people, this is Michael Shemai representing. I will say, Hail the Lion Voice, saying it is time for the lions and the lionesses to tell their own story. King David killed Goliath with a stone, we original dread.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes, wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Ras Tafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice, Ras Tafari.
Yeah, man. Greetings, Ras Tafari, Hail Emperor, the King Selassie, the first, the perfect balance, Empress Menin. This is first man from Rastafari Indigenous Village, recognizing, accepting, promoting Lion Voice. Yes, the voice of Rastafari, speaking about Rastafari, educating Rastafari, preserving, protecting Rastafari. Give thanks.
Aye, Rastafari, mighty.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lamb's voice. Now put it, I jolly for say that.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Pulse, and I'm saying hail to the Lion Voice, because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here, hear me now. Oh, yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
Lion Voice. Well, Lion Voice, tell them that's the people first choice. Lion Voice, make the lioness them feel nice. Lion Voice, with the lion cubs we sacrifice. Lion Voice, got to show the people them the life. Lion Voice. Well, from to us a son was born and a child was given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. And his name shall be called the Wonderful Counselor, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Them call him Ras Tafari. When he was born, rain fall from the sky. Them call him Ras Tafari. When he was grown in airplanes he fly. They call him Ras Tafari. Lion break the chain, weep not, don't cry. Them call him Ras Tafari. Read the Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. Then, born near the city of Harar, the inspiration from Bob Marley's guitar. People crowd him like some big superstar. It no matter if England or Cote d'Ivoire, no matter if you're brown or black like Qatar. Haile Selassie Sefi and all tribal war. Time fi gather Mount Zion, fi drive solar car from the car straight to Zanzibar. Who we are, the sons of Ras Tafari. When he was born.
The year is 1892, and the land of Ethiopia has been experiencing 4 years of terrible famine and drought. They call it the Kikuken, or the evil days. At least 1/3 of the human population and 90% of the cattle have died. The hyenas have feasted on so many carcasses that they have become overweight and barely able to move. Just when the people could take no more of the evil days, a woman named Wasiro Yeshimabet is giving birth in a place called Urgersa Gora. This is her 9th attempt to bring forth new life. Her previous 8 attempts only resulted in death. Will this child live? Thankfully, a healthy baby boy is born. His first cries are drowned by thunder and lightning flashes across the night sky. The heavens open up and torrential rain starts to fall. Ethiopia's drought is over, and the baby boy is given the name Tafari, meaning one to be feared or respected. Ras Tafari's father, Ras Makonnen, is a very important man in 1892 Ethiopia. Although he is overjoyed at the birth of his newborn son, he cannot spend much time with him. Ras McCunnan is the governor of Harar and must get back to the famous walled city to deal with its affairs. Furthermore, he is the foreign minister of Ethiopia, and having traveled to different places in Europe, he is very aware of the material and military advances they have made and the looming threats they pose to his country. Ras McCunnan knows that the majority of Ethiopians have no idea what is coming, and that he has to work that much harder to secure the realm. Ras Tafari would grow up to become the legendary emperor, Haile Selassie I. To understand his journey, we must first understand the Ethiopia that he was inheriting and what it was like when he was born in 1892. Get your copy of Kwesi Bansu's book, Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1, The Rise of the Priestly Warrior Kings, and increase your knowledge about the history, politics, and culture of Ethiopia in 1892, and how it connects to the rest of African and world history at the time. Haile Selassie I, Ethiopia, Volume 1 is available for purchase at www.bookmanexpress.pub. Please visit for more information.
Break the chain, weep not, don't Greetings in that divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. Glory and honor in the name of his chosen queen, Empress Waziri Menen. My name is Kwesi Bansu, aka the Chasmatch Kwesi, aka Ras Kwesi, aka the Reading Ras, aka the Pan-African Happy Man, a creative industry attorney. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an actionist, and right now I am the host of the Lion Voice. Welcome to Lion Talk Live, and welcome to the Lion Voice Network, where the lions are telling our own story. Tonight, we have a very powerful guest. We are going into Manchester, Jamaica, to reason with one of our foundation matriarchs within the Nyabinghi house, Dawta Shelly. All of my Nyabinghi family in Jamaica know Dawta Shelly, one of the workers. And one of the reasons why I've taken the time to build this network is not just to feature the artists, who have always been the highlight when you think of Rastafari internationally, but we want to highlight the workers and also to shine a light to let ones know that Rastafari is always in action. We want to counter the narrative that Rastafari are not being productive, that we just sit down and smoke ganja and we not do nothing. That is a false concept. There are workers that are working in the vineyard, and we want to use this platform to highlight those workers. So I want to take the time to just big up Dawta Shelly. We're going to reason up with her, hear about her annual back to or forward to school treat and what she has been doing. We have some clips of the preparation that we're going to share and have our Black Some sound around it. So we're very excited about the episode. If this is your first time watching, I want to say welcome to the Lion Voice Network. We've had amazing growth over the last month. We are nearing over 1,000 subscribers in 1 month. We're nearing the 4,000 subscriber mark. Big up all of the Lion Pride. And I know what you're asking. Who is the Lion Pride? If you subscribe, you're part of the Lion Pride. We're building a movement here. This is not just about content curation and content creation. We're building a movement.
And I want to big up the Lion Pride. It's a global movement. The last live, we had a brethren from Reunion Island in the Indian Ocean tapped in, and that brethren is part of our Lion Pride on Patreon. So I have to big up the Lion Pride. You know what I mean? We're growing in strength, like minds coming together. And I want to break down the Lion Pride for the family. Because, you know, the Lion Pride have different aspects. We have the active Lion Pride. How do you become part of the active Lion Pride? You just need to comment. And I want to see an active Lion Pride member from Kenya. My analytics is telling me that Kenya is our #1 demographics. But now getting a sound from the Kenya family. I need to hear or see a comment from someone from Kenya. Put a Kenyan flag beside your comment. Let me know. Nairobi, where is my Nairobi family? You know, the analytics are telling me Kenya's #1. So I want to see a comment, something from my Kenya Rastafari family or Pan-African family. You're tapped in, and I give thanks for the growth. But I want to see the item active. So we have the active Lion Pride, and then we also have the Lion Pride on Patreon, which is the engine. Those are the ones who invest, you know, their hard-earned dollars to see the platform grow and to keep the platform independent, because we say independent, non-aligned media. So that means to be independent, you can't rely on sponsorship. You have to be crowd or audience funded. This is the future. This is the collective security model that we advocate. This is what I consult with my clients and push them in this direction. All creatives, all content creators right now, direct to consumer, direct to audience is the way forward. We have to ensure that we stay independent. You know, it's harder to corrupt someone when their source of income is coming from a large mass of people, the $5, the $10, the $25, because they're accountable to that audience and not to one or two companies. And this is what we have to, you know, Babylon has been controlled by corporations, companies that amass tremendous power, but that leads to corruption and doing things that are not in the interest of the audience. We're cultivating an audience here on the Lion Voice Network, and so we are depending on that audience to be the engine, the financial engine to fund it. So big up everyone on the Lion Pride on Patreon. I don't fear to fail in front of my family. You know, I set a goal, 100 people in the Patreon by Ethiopian New Year, and that's a strong away. We only have 13, and I feel away because initially I set it for 1,000. I had to reduce it and be, you know, get more realistic. And I want all content creators to watch this journey and utilize this journey, because a lot of time we don't start things because of fear of failure. Failure is part of the process. You're going to fail until you don't. I had 2 people in the Patreon for 2 years almost, you know what I mean, before we even get 3. So that's part of being a creative, a content creator. You have to know that you can manifest what you're manifesting, that your word sound has power, faith, work, determination. So I don't fear to fail in front of my global family, the Lion Pride. What I want to do though is encourage there's about 100 people in the active Lion Pride that tune in, that comment. I want to encourage them to upgrade and join us in the Lion Pride on Patreon. Let's give this movement some power and some strength. We have big vision for Rastafari content, for a Rastafari future. It's not so keen, you know, we're talking to people all over the world, and I know that the global family is watching. Most people are watching on the replay. That's fine. But I want to make sure that I know what time it is, you know what I mean, that we are able to really do what we have to do to grow the platform together. Because it's Armageddon. We're looking at the Middle East and what's happening over there. We give thanks that the war with Iran has not started yet, giving us some grace. But we are making preparation, and we're also sounding that trumpet to the global family to make regional emergency plans stockpiling of food and supplies, and prepare for temporary shortages in food and fuel. All of these things are the reality in our earth right now, where war is being pushed as the norm. So we have to be aware of all of that's happening and make sure that we're in tune as Lion Pride. We have to be on a different frequency in terms of being prepared for what is to come. We are not the sheep. We are the Lion Pride. You know what I mean? We don't follow the sheep. So big up all of the Lion Pride on Patreon, the engine. And then we have the portion of the Lion Pride I like to call the Watch and Peep part of the Lion Pride. These are the people who follow the platform, but they never comment. These can be the watchers. You know what I mean? And big up the watchers, because everybody starts as a watcher. Watcher is another name for angel. You know what I mean? So big up all of the Lion Pride from the Watch and Peep. The peepers are those who just looking to see the platform pop down, or if there's controversy, them run in and them come for peep. And these are a part of every ecosystem. So we big them up, because a healthy ecosystem is going to have peepers along with the watchers, watch and peep. So big up the Watch and Peep, Lion Pride, and everyone. So we have to give thanks again. We're approaching 4,000 subscribers. Over 1,000 people have joined us in the last 28 days. It's the word is getting out. The global Rastafari family is really and Pan-African family is really taking on, and I just want to have some gratitude. All right, we have that out of the way. We're bigging up Ramia King Design, our sponsor. When you see me sipping my water, I'm sipping from Ramia King Design. Big up CMAS Life, Wally Kings. You don't know. So now that we have the housekeeping out of the way, let me welcome our guest for the evening. This Nyabingi matriarch. We have to say matriarch because she carries herself as such. She's a business owner. She's been on the platform. She's a philanthropist. Always, from I meet her to this day, always thinking about the youths, always thinking about people outside of ourselves. You can see her story here on the Lion Voice Network. If you look under the Sistren playlist, you can see that Rastafari Sistren playlist is there, along with so many other powerful Sistren. And we are honored to welcome her again to talk about what she is doing again for the youths, particularly of Portland Cottage. It's school time again, and a lot of people don't have things that we take for granted. And, as the creed say, the infants cared for, our daughter Shelly exemplified that adherence to the creed. So help us to give a warm Lion Talk Live welcome to Dr. Shelly. Welcome, Dr. Shelly. Greetings.
Greetings, blessed love.
Blessed love, blessed love.
Thanks for having me once more.
Yes. We are honored by your presence. I see we're having a little bit of Wi-Fi difficulties.
Issue, yes. Wi-Fi issue.
Family, I'm the platform that's bringing you people direct from Manchester, Jamaica. So you have to see with us, because sometimes it is real life Wi-Fi we are using, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's choppy. So for those who didn't see the first episode, just give us a brief overview of who is Dr. Shelly.
Well, give thanks and praise to the Most High. Big up Lion's Voice Network, the voice of the people for the people. Well, I was born in Mandeville, Manchester. I just celebrated my 55th birthday, so that will tell you my solar return date. I grew up in the Anglican faith, and then I acknowledged the Rastafari path, which I started to trod. Okay. That has become my life and my liberty. Because Rastafari is a way of life, not a religion as some people put it. It's the way I choose to live, and it is the way I accept and see myself. So I started to trod the Nyabingi when I was in my early teens, not as an active member, but curious and seeking, you would always try there. And when I went overseas in 1994, I I visited the Brooklyn Naya Big House a few times and the one in Manhattan. Then I became more interested, and I joined the EWF while I was living in New York. I returned home in 2000, and that was when I became very active with the Scottspass family and the Pitford family, etc.
Okay.
So Sister Shelly is just a person who loves to honor the creed. I enjoy sharing and giving. That's basically me, just a person who like to share, just like to give.
Yes,
I like
yes.
to see people happy.
And we're going to talk about that. Can you shift over a little bit so we can send to you in the screen? We want to see the full beauty. Yes, we want to see the full beauty. Yes, see it there? All right. So I want the eye to just give the ones who are not familiar a little history about the back to school or forward to school treats that you have been doing over the years.
Okay.
One of your key signature things that people know Dr. Shelly for is they know that when it comes on to school time, the eye is going to be doing something.
Well, actually, the back to school treat. Sorry about that. Trying to turn off my phone.
Yes, no problem.
The back to school treat, I started mainly because I developed asthma some years ago, and I will say what most people call, you have been to death row. There were times when you didn't know you would make it.
Yes.
So as to give thanks to the Most High for my life, I choose around my Earth Strong Solar Return to give back. So that's where I increased on the giving.
Okay.
When I wanted to give thanks for my life.
Okay.
So when it's my Earth Day, you can look out that something is going to happen.
Give thanks. That's such a powerful way to look at life, is to really give thanks for your life and your Earth Strong. Such a great example. So what are some of the things that you do at these givings? Paint a picture for I and I. What
Okay, well, normally,
experience.
if it wasn't normally at the July ISIS, I would do the back to school treat then.
Okay.
But due to burial, things had shifted a bit. So I didn't do the back to school treat there. I had intended to do a care day, which would have included a back to school treat and a family treat. But there were so many activities going on within the Rastafari fraternity family that it wasn't possible. The date that I would have wanted to have the Marcus Garvey celebration, then there should have been the RMO anniversary on the 25th of August. So, it wasn't possible. But then I had decided to do the treat in Portland Cottage this year.
Okay.
Yes, I did it in Portland Cottage. It was in 2021. Other years I would just send the packages. So I went to Portland Cottage on Sunday. So I did a back to school treat there for the Portland Cottage family.
Wow. And what did that look like, and where did you get the strength from?
Oh, well, actually, a few ones made contributions. I must say thank you to Flaming Walk, Junilo, Gateway Pharmacy, Dane Thomas, my friend Joan Henry, New York, my friend Glenda Time, a past student of Bishop Gibson High School, and my cousin-in-law, Shade Walters, my children, and my Aunt Lol, my cousin Celia, from the Rastafari family. I must say thank you to G-Wiz, Sister Manifa. Those are the ones I recall so far who made a contribution towards the effort.
Okay.
My friend, Sister Pam from Mandeville, came along with me. Also, Sister Nzinga from the Nyabingi family from Montego Bay.
Give thanks.
So, Ras Rambo, who lives in Mandeville, also one of the elders who used to live at Caspas, was also there. And the Portland Cottage Massive, the lovely family that shows me so much love. Big up to them.
Give thanks.
Yeah.
So
apart from doing the Portland Cottage back to school treat, I made contributions to my mom's church, the Anglican Parish Church. I made some packages, which are to be delivered soon. Yes, I sent books to the Christ Church in Christiana. I sent some to Mission Gabriel's in Portland Cottage, Mission Gabriel's ministry, in Portland Cottage. And I'm preparing some now for the Greenville community in Mandeville, Manchester, and some for Malvern. I'll be doing a back to school treat in Malvern.
Okay, so
the upcoming Ethiopian New Year ISIS will be held in Malvern, so I'll be doing a back to school treat for a few children in the community.
That sounds like Empress Menin works there.
Yes, actually. Just carrying on some of the works that she did, as it's always good to follow the great examples of a great empress.
Yes, and reaching out.
She was a cheerful giver.
Yes, and they are reaching out to the different churches, and for them to see a Rastafari woman, being charitable, it's creating goodwill.
Exactly. And I also intend to go to Villa Road All Age School, one of my past schools. I intend to go there as well.
Wow. So powerful. I and the I talk, and I want to get real right now. And I mean, we may have to mash two corn, but I want to I want to talk about community support, Rastafari community. I would think that with your track record and the history of the work that they had done, that they would be flooded with contribution from the Rastafari community, $1,000 nanny. I would think that you are drowning in money, but you are showing me a different picture.
No, it is not like that. It is just really sad that sometimes when you reach out to ones will feel like you're trying to seek benefits when you're trying to collect or get goods to help. People, they have this narrative where they say, Chuck, she want money for herself, man. And when they see you give, you think if your money, do that. People money. The negative things and the little things that they say. Most of the items that I use to make these packages, I take from my business.
Okay.
Yes. I am the main sponsor for this project.
Explain about your business in Manchester so we can give you a big up. Anybody where go to Manchester.
Okay, my business is called Shelly Dawn's Naturals and Herbal Cafe. You will find at my store a variety of items. African clothing, African material, skincare products, Jamaican souvenir, other cultural souvenir, a lot of Rastafari items. You will find, if you're a smoker, you will find different types of gadgets, grinders, lighters, refills, the whole works. If you wear jewelry, whether it be regular jewelry, African jewelry, just about, like I said, from a pin to an eye. I also have a thrifty section, so if you're a thrifty shopper, you're also welcome to come. They're just about something that everyone can partake.
Give thanks.
As you would say, the Black family.
Aye. And so you take from your business and you create these packages.
Correct. So whatever contribution I will get, I will use them up wisely. So when you're making this package, you have to add here and there. So I sell crayons and books and all things like that. So I take from my business. I have to buy things that I don't sell. Like I'd have to buy wash rags and wipes and sanitizers and other stuff. to make the packages.
Give thanks, give thanks. I want to play a couple of videos, and you'll just explain what we are looking at. I want to use my Lion Pride and Patreon. They have gifted I with this platform, and we have some special features where we can utilize. So please pull up the first video, producer. Tell us, let's watch and tell us what we're looking at.
Lovely mother.
That's my lovely mother. She is the queen of charity.
Preparation mode.
So she normally does a lot of charitable work.
Yes.
So I just happen to inherit that from her.
Wow. So you see the book bags, books, notes.
So you will notice in the packages, we have different items. We make them according to your preschool.
All these things prepare
you have all age, high school and college. We make them accordingly.
Rocky Point tomorrow. These are the bags we received from Sister Manifa. Give thanks.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I wanted to just show, and we have a couple other videos we're going to look at, but just to show people, give people a visual of the preparation that goes into the work. And this is creed work, hungry, fed, naked, clothed, sick, nourished, aged, protected, and infants cared for. So I want to take these things from the theoretical, and this is why the platform, you notice, I'm not just bringing artists on the platform. I want to highlight our workers, because Rastafari is so much more than just run out on a stage. Even though we love the singers and the players of instruments, they shall be there. But we so much more, and Dawta, Shelly, I will always have a place on this platform. Even when we're gone in the millions, you give us a call and you need an audience, we are here. Remember me tell you.
Nice to know.
Yes, as Rastafari Independent Non-Aligned Media. Play the next video and let us see the joyfulness of the coming together, and you can narrate for us. Bring up the second video. All right. We're working on it.
Preparation mode. This is my lovely.
Okay, we did that one.
Accent juice for the children.
There we go.
So there you have G-Wiz.
Okay. Is he also from Manchester?
Who has joined our team?
He actually
G-Wiz.
does business in St. Elizabeth, Treasure Beach, but he's currently in St. Anne. I actually think he's actually from St. Anne, though.
Package with snacks and juice for the children.
So them get our snacks and juice and then something there.
Yes, man, and we even we prepared food too.
Wow.
So we had a feast.
Beautiful.
I was just tired. I didn't get a chance to send you all those videos.
Yes. And we can highlight them on the Lion Voice, our Saturday show, so you can.
Okay, I'll let it happen by then.
You can still send them. That's why we're building this platform, Dawta, Shelly, so we can show our family in Africa, in South America, all over the world, America. This is what's happening, particularly in Jamaica. There's, because people just think that we're out here talking and we smoke and we sit down. And we need to counter this actively by showing the work. It's one thing to talk and say we are doing. But you see those videos where people can see
that we're actually working.
That there's actually working. And also, we want to do it to light a fire in our own community that they must strengthen the work. You know what I mean? It shouldn't just be the I having to have a few ones. You should have too much till you know what I mean. That is what we
That
want.
should have been the issue, that we should have too many ones to volunteer and too many ones to give. But sometimes there's always an issue, you know. So there are times you just do what you can and you reach out to the ones you know will help.
Yes, and
Because you have the promises, you know, we just never fulfill.
that is also a reality. And like I said, years and years of track record. So one shouldn't feel no way to support the I work, knowing how many ones have benefited from the I work. And you know what I mean, if you even think about not just giving book bags and notebook, but treats, snacks.
Yeah, man, and apart, I mean, this is just a time where I'm just focusing on the children.
Yes.
But generally, we take care of the elders as well. But this is just back to school time.
Yes.
So the primary focus at this time is on the children.
And explain what happened to Portland Cottage during Hurricane Beryl for ones who are not familiar.
Well, Portland Cottage, just like St. Elizabeth, were two of the parishes in Jamaica that were most affected, along with South Manchester.
Yes.
So because of the area is flat, so the least little rain, you know, there's always flooding. And during the hurricane, a lot of people lost their house, you know, because some of the houses are not fully concrete. Some are board, partially board. So some other people lost roofs, entire house, flooding, things like that. But Portland Cottage on a whole is a community that I feel a close attachment to because of the love that they show. They show me great love, you know, great love and admiration. But it's a community that I believe needs some more attention and needs some help.
How big is the Rastafari community in Portland Cottage?
It's very big. It's very big. We have a lot of Rastafari families within that area.
Okay. If we had a number, is it 20? You know.
Past 20, man. Normally for the bingy,
Yes.
I would hire a bus to take them to the Naya Bingi gathering. When you hire a bus that holds 31, never enough.
Okay.
So you can imagine. I remember one bingy, when we hired the bus, some of them had to stop at my house for me to take the luggage. It was so many things.
Wow.
Yeah, so normally, as often as I can, I try to hire a bus to take them to Nyabingi gatherings.
Okay, so transportation is a issue in terms of connectivity with the Nyabingi.
Exactly, because they would have to take several different transportations to get to, say, for example, the Bingi coming up in Malvern, probably about 4 to 5 different transportations they would have to change just to get there.
Okay.
And then, you know, you come into Bingi for a 5 light or a 7 light ISIS, you have to carry gears, sleeping attires and different things.
Yes.
So you have your knapsack and you have your bag, this and you know.
Yeah, man.
So there's a lot of things to carry. And some people come with children, some ones come with children. So it's just a very nice gesture to get a drive. Wow. I would love to take them to the Malvern ISIS, but you know, as I say, it's hard to get contributions.
That should be a community initiative. For people who are not familiar, where in Jamaica is Portland Cottage?
Clarendon. It's
Okay.
in Clarendon.
It's in Clarendon, okay. So even though it named Portland Cottage, is actually in Clarendon.
In Clarendon, correct.
And you said it's flat land. It's not in the hills. It's flat land.
No, flat.
Okay. So this area was damaged very badly during Hurricane Beryl, and I and others have been giving special attention to the Rastafari community. We highlighted on the Lion.
Yes. House of Seba, along with myself and others, we went there after Hurricane Beryl to give them some support. And I must give thanks to Jabari and House of Seba. Actually, someone from there had reached out to Jabali just after the hurricane. So he started to work immediately.
Yes.
And it just happened that I was going, and I went to House of Civil for a meeting. So when I made mention that I was going, he also made mention that they had contacted him and he wanted to give us support. He wanted to assist in putting on back some of the roofs, you know. So he started to prepare right away. Jabbar is a person who don't hesitate, you know.
No, we love
He
it.
doesn't hesitate.
I'm big up
Once,
Jabali just busting case.
yes, man, I tell you,
Yes,
yeah.
big him up.
I'm so glad that I had reached out to him the night before. I was asking him what time the meeting up, but you know, he said there wasn't gonna there was no gathering. So I didn't bother to make the shot.
Okay, but give thanks. And for those who don't know, Ras Tafari, who's been on this channel, you can watch his episode. He was arrested for possession and dealing 4 pounds of ganja. He was represented by our Rastafari brethren, who's also been on this channel, Ras Marcus Goff. And Ras Marcus was able to get the case dismissed. So the case get dashed out. Free up, you know what I mean, fully.
Fire burn upon that.
Yes, we burn a
But
fire.
you see, Jabali, from his mission, from his sacramental gifts that he will collect on behalf of the family, he put it back towards the family. So if they were doing their job and investigating, they would have known that he gives even more than he gets at times.
And this is the challenge that we're having, is that our sacramental ecosystem is under attack.
It's under attack.
You know,
but if the police force, if they were doing their duty, they would have investigated him properly. Then they would have known who Jabali is.
Yes. And this is one of our great leaders, you know, in terms of, as
they would have known. They would have known. So without his resource from the sacramental herb, he could not have been doing all of what he's doing. So if they were doing their work, they would have known, so they must leave him alone.
Well, the fight is not over. You know, we have to take a constitutional stand.
Definitely. Definitely.
Breaches of the constitutional rights, to live the liberty, to be criminalized for doing nothing more than living Rastafari is unacceptable in 2024. And we're going to bring that whole story here on the Lion Voice Network. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This is why we've created this platform, because we're not waiting on CNN, BBC to create a narrative for us any longer. We are creating our own narrative as Rastafari, and we are very unapologetic about our duty and responsibility to tell our own story. If we have another video, pull up our next video there. I think we have 2 more videos, and I want to just show some of the preparation that Dawta Shelly deals with in terms of community work, you know what I mean? Deep community work. Big up Willow's parents with the $2 contribution, always just pop in and give us strength. Big up Willow's parents. Massive respect, Lion Pride, for checking in. Can we pull up the next video?
Okay, so we just got some more school bags. Compliments of G-Wiz.
But you know, my from
okay. And while we're here, let's play the next one. The final one, then we can comment on all of them.
More gifts from G-Wiz.
Crocs. Eh?
Yes.
Them and get to.
Yes, man, and they were so happy.
I can only imagine. So Family. We could just be bringing artists and big name people on the Lion Voice, but we're not depend on that. We want to highlight the workers of Rastafari, the frontline workers who are living the creed. This is the reason that Rastafari is respected in the garrison, in the rural areas, because of people like Dawta Shelly, who are not just chanting Rastafari name, they are living the livity of Rastafari Empress Menen, in terms of the philanthropy side, the charitable side. Give us a vision, Dawta Shelly, of what, if you had the strength, if money wasn't a limitation, suppose Lion Voice Network get $1 billion tomorrow, and me say, me I go wire sister Dawta Shelly $3 million US tomorrow morning to go and do your work. What is the vision? What does that look like?
Okay, simple. Care homes for the
Okay.
elderly and the children.
Okay.
A lot of ones need some place comfortable to sleep, warm food to eat, people to love and care for them.
Simple.
That's simple.
And how would your care homes different from be different than the Babylonian? Because in America, we have the assisted living, but sometimes the food them will give the elders them terrible. Them don't get no sunlight. How would, because I think we have to revolutionize health care and elder care, as Rastafari people. We know what it does to people to be out in nature, for example, in terms of the iris. And in America, they just lock up the old people under some artificial light, and I mean, they giving them mucus forming foods and all kind of. How would our care homes be different, or what is the vision? How would you make
Okay.
it? Yes.
Well, as you mentioned food. You would want a proper balanced meal that is properly researched according to the different illness or need of that individual. You don't want to give everybody the same thing when they have different needs.
Yes.
So we don't want specialized meals. You would also want to take them on treats and nature walks, as you mentioned.
Yes.
Take them to the spa, take them to the river, get massage. You just want a healthy spa living.
Yes.
You don't want to have them cloak up. Take them out to the sunlight. You want a little games here where they can have a little recreation time.
Yes.
You just want them to live and be happy and be comfortable. You want them to learn a little skill in the meantime if they can. Let them entertain us, and you just want a little family vibes. I just look at family vibes.
And facilities with big windows, a lot of natural light, because
natural light and sunroof and all of that.
Yeah, because the hospitals I find with the artificial lights, that's not gonna foster healing. You know what I mean? It's so artificial from nature and naturality. So I think as Rastafari, we can create a different reality.
Yes, we can.
Healthcare.
We definitely can, because you have a lot of experts in different fields that could come together.
Yes.
So it can happen.
All right. So I and the are going to make it happen, Dawta Shelly.
It can happen. And as we talk about the care for the elders, there are a lot of children who really need a home.
Yes. We are going to build this Lion Pride.
So yeah,
we can invest in somebody. I want to see, to me the fighting and the petty difference is boring, I want.
No, we don't have time for that. We have to create the work and do the work, You don't want to get caught up in the blaming this and the who never this and who trying to get this and who trying to get that. Just do the work, man, because there's a lot of work to be done.
Lot of work to be done. And
one of the main problem I see amongst the Rastafari family, we need to get back that love that we used to share.
Highly.
Yeah, everything will come out of love.
Yes.
So we need to develop more love and tolerance for each other.
Yes.
Be each other's keeper. So I think that's where we are falling short. You know, we get caught up into the Babylonian way of living, where we tear each other down. I get caught up in sometimes. Mary said this about me, said that about Mary. You know, I talk to Mary because Mary said this, but we have to try to put something aside right now and get serious.
Be serious.
Because if you were to follow everything that someone will say about you, what would you do?
Exactly.
You would want to live in this world, but you can't be. You have to have a choice. You understand? So we just have to have a different outlook on life and try to build and not tear down.
Exactly. And I think that trauma is one of the reasons that we face. We have to heal from the trauma.
Definitely.
Because there's a fight or flight instinct, and either people are take with themselves or they're causing problems because of that fight response.
Yes, you have it right. Some of them causing a fight, you will have ones taking away themselves. So you find that the unit becomes smaller.
Yes.
And then it becomes frustrating because the pressure is left on the faithful and the willing few.
And that is why I think media has a role, positive propaganda. We have to create that narrative about ourselves. I think we have forgotten how great we are as a collective. So we just bicker. You know what I mean?
I think we have too much bitterness amongst us, and we need to focus on the building, focus on the strength, focus on the energy, focus on the love, and try to put the bitterness aside. Because we can do great things. We are great people. Our ancestors were great kings and queens. So we should not live any less.
Yes. And this idea of Rastafari being synonymous with poverty, or that poverty is equal to righteousness, and if you make money, these are wicked. And
man, they call it rich Rasta or material Rasta.
Yes.
If you're trying to earn.
Yes.
But as I said before, our ancestors were great kings and queens, wealthy kings and queens. We should not live any less. The Rastafari culture is extremely rich, and other cultures make millions and billions of us. Yes. So why are we poor? We should not be poor and have such a rich culture.
We should be like the Arabs in Dubai. Every Rastafari.
Talk about that, yes.
Should be a millionaire just based off of what we've brought to the world. And it's going to come, the golden era.
Yes, because we have given so much to this world.
Yes.
We have given so much to this island of Jamaica, and the government will not give us the recognition that we deserve.
Yeah, man, we're quietly the backbone. And it's not just Jamaica now, it's the whole Caribbean. When people...
We have given a lot to Jamaica, the Caribbean, and the world.
So the unity is the accepted goal, because without the unity, we cannot claim that legacy and that inheritance that is due to I. And I give thanks that the I is a part of that unity. Give thanks for the works that the I is doing. I know you don't have long to spend with I. I want the I again to just share a message to our community in terms of how can they assist, in future, because ones will watch this, a lot of ones will watch this on the replay from all over, and I'm creating an audience that is action oriented. I call myself an actionist, and the Lion Pride, I'm cultivating an audience that is about action. Big up Willow's parents. Willow parents says she's part of the Action Lion Pride. She just contributed some funds through the YouTube super chat, and I'm trying to cultivate an audience that's going to contribute to my guests. So anybody I bring on this platform, that means we want some money to circulate to that person. That means this is someone who is doing the work, and we're about crowdfunding. We're about creating this culture of collective security. So how if somebody wanted to support the eye work, would they be able to support the eye?
Okay. Well, they could WhatsApp me, and that there are several ways in which they could send funding.
Okay.
I have means and ways they can send overseas or here in Jamaica.
Okay.
Normally, when we have a Nyabingi gatherings, that's the time and the best opportunity to share with the Rastafari family, especially the Rastafari family.
Yes.
As I don't only do work within the Rastafari community,
Yes.
but the Rastafari family, we get the less because we are not going to all of those other trees that are kept all about in the island because what they would give is not what we want.
Yes.
So the perfect opportunity, once someone knows that, okay, November is coming up or September, January, there's going to be an ISIS, it's an opportunity to try to contact me via my WhatsApp, 876-381-7083, to make a contribution. Then I can make care packages for the elders or the children. It's simple as that. You use the opportunity when the rest of our families get them because they look forward to a package when I come to Bingino. When I don't come, when I don't come with anything, they feel disappointed.
Yes, yes.
But for the most of this year, July, as June Truth was the first ISIS I went to for this year, as I was taking care of some health issues. So I took a break,
Yes, yes, and
so
because you can't pour into others if you are not strong yourself. So
exactly,
make sure that you care. You're one of our precious treasures. So we want to make sure that you preserve the eye self. So and if you go to ISIS, you will see Dr. Shelly there as a frontline worker from a Nyabingi family worldwide. Support the sister, Mecca and I come together. I'm going to give some support to the eye for this coming. You said for the 11th.
So yes, Firelight on September 10th, and the ISIS is scheduled to see you September 16th. That's the Monday morning.
All right.
So on the Saturday, the 13th of September, or is it the 14th? The 14th? The 14th, sorry. I plan to do a treat for the community of Malvern.
Okay.
Right.
And big up Earthquake.
Yeah, man, big up Ras Earthquake, who has been doing such a tremendous work in preparing the grounds for the Nyabingi gathering. They suffered a lot of loss during the Hurricane Beryl. Yes. And he really sorted it out. Believe me, he did.
He's a soldier, and we'll have him on this platform too.
Man, talk about his tremendous work, man. It is not an easy journey on the back of you,
No, the first time I went to a bingy from start to finish was Malvern, 2001. Before he was at the location, he was there. This was that bingy was rain, the place flood out. So enough of the family couldn't even forward. He had one.
And it's currently raining in Man. We have a lot of rain from yesterday.
Okay.
So I would be assuming that there's rain in St. Elizabeth right now.
Okay.
But you won't stop the ISIS. You won't stop the ISIS.
No, they can't stop the ISIS, Right.
Show of blessing, man. We won't stop the ISIS.
Yes, Ras Tafari was born with rain, thunder and lightning. So it's part of with culture. We expect rain, during ISIS. Final thoughts. Tell us how you feel in terms of the direction of the community, some of the things that you want to see. Let us speak them so they can come into fruition.
As we have discussed earlier,
yes,
the care homes, we need to share and care for each other. Because even I myself at times feel like I would want to be somewhere for 2 weeks and get a cleanse and a proper massage and spa treatment and all of that. So, that's one of the things that you can be away from home temporarily if needs be.
Yes.
Another thing is employment within ourselves as the Rastafari family and the Black family. I personally believe that we need to know who are the painters and the carpenters and all of the different workers within the family. That when you're hiring workers, you can hire our own. You understand? We'd like to help to develop the skills of those who have these skills also. We want to teach one's new skills. I think one thing that is very lacking amongst the community, we want a loan institution amongst ourselves. Because when you step into the bank to try to get a loan, the way they belittle you and make you feel like a common thief. Just to get a few little dollars to borrow. Sometimes some little joke money you want to, but they never know say it's just a start to making you better. And they fight you. So we amongst ourselves, there are a lot of Rastafari brothers and sisters who can afford to set up a business like this. You know, so we need to help to uplift. That means if a brother there wants to start a little business, you can give him a little help up start, man. Give him a loan at a very low interest rate that he can manage. Because when you borrow some money and you have to pay this high interest rate, it kills the business before it even starts.
Yes.
You know? So that's one of the main thing I see lacking funding amongst ourselves. Because without funding, you probably have a dream idea, you can't go forward because you don't have the funding. So we have to look out more for each other, try to uplift each other, try to show more love. You know, there are other things that is lacking. If I go into a supermarket, you can't find proper pastry and proper food for the Rastafari or the natural eater. So we need to have some bakeries and we want to manufacture our supplements that we need. You know, make our flour and different things, you know. Because the food that you get in the market, and even the market and supermarket are not very wholesome.
Yes.
You eat them or buy them because you can't do better, you don't have a choice. So we need to set up ourselves in a better system where we can provide what we need. We have to get our own food, we have to start to make our own clothes and different things. We have to have a community, you know, a community base where people should be coming to us to learn. So we have to use up those skills that we all have, you know, use up the skills.
And I know that I would be excellent to do workshops in business because
exactly, we want workshops in business. You know, as you talk about you mentioned the word workshop. There are some little simple things that someone's need. We need to make sure that we have our proper documents.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, you need proper documentation. You know, some people don't know. Yeah, you're surprised that there are still people today who don't even know to put on a phone card.
Okay.
So, you know, we can do various workshops within the family just to elevate the mind of the people.
And that would benefit the entire nation.
The entire nation.
If I really have that stress on education and self, you know, a lot of time we look external, but there's a lot we can do internal. And that would help us to generate the resource. Because we have resources. Once you have numbers, you have resources. And there
yes, because you know, one thing I noticed, if someone can't read properly, then they don't feel good about themselves.
Yes.
But if you help them along the way and let them can read a little better than they could, they feel more positive about themselves. That in itself is better for the world.
Yes, definitely. And a lot of times, you know, people feel insecure because they cannot read. And sometimes those are causing trouble because they don't understand certain basic things.
Exactly.
Because they cannot go and read for themselves or do their own searching. So it's an impediment. So definitely need to do better on that.
Yeah, man, it makes you feel more positive. Because, you know, when you can't do something or you're afraid to approach it. So you just feel like you have this negative feeling about yourself.
Before we go, have you made any trips to Africa, or are you thinking about Africa in any way at this time?
Yes, I am thinking about Africa. Africa is always on my mind.
Okay.
It's always on my mind.
What part are you meditating on?
Well, it's kind of undecided.
Okay.
I was kind of for the last couple of years meditating Tanzania.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tanzania is beautiful, you know. Beautiful
So I
people.
heard.
Yes,
And I've seen a lot of pictures and videos from Tanzania.
yes, yes. Um, Definitely, and there's a established Rastafari community that's there. Um, we have to keep in tune with DI so that you can let us know when you touch down. We want to get the first exclusive. Really,
Oh, what
when
a
you,
joy that will be.
yes, when you forward and come forward. So I just want to give thanks. I know the time is so precious, and you were so gracious to interview us. But I wanted to just make sure that we brought the eye forward so that the family could hear from someone who is doing work, and again they can see for themselves Rastafari is active. You know, work is happening.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And I will be going forward to Portland Cottage for the December after the school break
Okay,
for a different treat, a holiday treat this time.
holiday
The
treat.
children, the children were so lovely and joyful. I have to go back to see them.
All right, so we'll coordinate something from the Lion Voice for one of these treats. I will talk to the eye offline because
Definitely give
we are going
thanks.
to support. I have to put my money where my mouth is as it relates to the eye. So I want to be that example. I want to be the change that I want to see. So we can't burn a fire upon the eye immunity and I man do my little piece, you know. So humbly, we'll give something small. And again, it doesn't have to be $1 million, family.
No, no, no. A small contribution
Yes.
makes a great difference in someone's life.
And we have to get used, especially those of us who live in America, the $5, $10. Because if you have 100 people giving $10, that is something. You know what I mean?
That is something. Yeah, definitely.
So and it doesn't break your back as a giver, and that is, you
Because
know,
actually, I visit the US pretty often.
yes,
So while I'm in the US and I have US resources, some of the items are cheaper there.
yes,
So I would purchase some of my stuff in the US that I can ship.
yes. And you
So
spoke
so
about that.
and they know in the US when you spending out when you go to Manhattan to the wholesale district where you get the things per dozen to buy, they know how cheap it is. So they know when you have 100 US spending it goes up very far away.
Yes, and that's how we have to culture ourselves, and that's what I'm trying to do on this platform is culture us to feel empowered, not because we don't have millions of dollars or you know we're living hand to mouth, that we're not powerful. The power is in the collective, and you might not have $1 million, but you can spare $5 a month or $10 a month toward Rastafari,
Exactly.
and you put it with other, you know, and we have hundreds and then thousands doing that, then guess what, we're going to have economy, we're going to have money flowing, and we're going to see things being built for Rastafari. But
For Rastafari
if we just
and the black family.
yeah, and if we just sit down and wait for the government, or we're waiting on the UN, then we're delusional.
You're not going to get anything. You have to go for you were given that gift, that knowledge and that wisdom to go for what you want. So you don't have to really sit and wait on the system. You can create that employment, you can create that funding, you can create that assistance if we come together.
We must come together. Family, I want to again just give a warm Lion Talk Live welcome to Dawta Shelly. This is our second time on the network. I know my Kenya family is watching this or will watch this. Please drop a comment, my Kenya family. Make me feel some of the love. Make Dawta Shelly feel some of the love in the comment section. I want to, we're going to be doing a special presentation for Ethiopian New Year. We're doing a panel next Wednesday. Can you bring up that flyer, producer, before we seal up? We are having 6 second generation Rastafari on a panel. We're going to be talking to second people who grew up in Rastafari families. This is going to be the beginning of a series where we're looking at retention of Rastafari youths within the Livity. And we're going to be bringing Rastafari brethren and sistren who grew up Rastafari from birth, and we're going to find out what was it like growing up Rastafari. We want to hear the voice of the second generation, and we have a diverse panel of Rastafari. We have Rasta Buki from Southside Jamaica, Life Yard. You know what I mean? Grew up in one of the most notorious areas in Jamaica, in a Rastafari family. We're going to hear his experience. We have Sister Aishiwawa, who grew up Rastafari. Parents are two legendary figures within the movement. Mama Yvonne Hope and, of course, Muta Baruka. We're going to find out what her experiences was like. Sister Tiana also grew up in the inner city. She's in her early 20s and, just really embracing the liberty she grew up in, coming forward now to try and do the works. We're going to find out what her life was like. And then we're bringing in one of our sisters from Trinidad, Sister Jalifa, one of the rising artists on the platform. And she grew up in a Bobo Shanty house. We're going to find out what that was like. And then we have Ras Negosai, next artist, the son of Harry Joseph, one of the founding members of the 12th tribe of Israel. He's now trading within a Bobo Shanty order. We're going to find out what his trad was like. And of course, we're brethren Ras Woolley, the son of Brother Carl and Mama Valerie Philpotts, out of the house of the 12th tribe of Israel. So it's going to be a powerful episode. Make sure you mark your calendar. Growing up Rastafari, we're kicking off the new year, looking at the next generation. How do we retain our children in the movement to continue Rastafari mission? That is really what we're going to be looking at. This channel, family, if you haven't realized, we're different. We're not just a hype channel. We are actually looking at the solutions that's going to move this great trad that we love forward. You know what I mean? We want to see the best out of the global family. And we know we're capable of much more than we're doing. And it's our time now. So tune in with us. Join us on the journey. We're just getting started. We're about to hit 4,000 subscribers. We just had our first video climb into 4,000 views, our episode with 5-Star Celestial, one of our young rising artists. He has a #1 video on the platform now, over 4,000 views. So we're little, but we Talawa. We're growing every day because we're consistent. So give thanks to the Lion Pride. I love Uno. Daughter Shelly, give us a final sound, any final words you want to share with the global family before we sign off.
Basically, I just want to tell the family to just show love, give love, share, do any act of kindness that you can do. A small act of kindness can play a big role in someone's life. It can bring so much joy to an individual or a family. I want to give thanks and praise to the Most High for sustaining us along this journey and to take us to the end of this journey so that we can just do our work according to His will. Amen. Give praises to Her Imperial Majesty for setting the trend, a trend that I follow. One perfect love. Tune in to the Lion's Voice Network, the voice for the people.
I hear that endorsement. I feel big right now because Daughter Shelly, I endorse the thing and it's one of the workers them. So we give thanks, family. And we're just getting started. We're not going to stop. Why? Because the time
the work must go on.
The work must go on. And the Lions must tell our own story. Because this...
We roar.
Yes, is the lion voice.
I'm a lioness now, remember? That's my sign.
Yes. Royal greeting. Yeli Selassie the first. Lion voice.
This is Michael Shemai representing. I will say, hear the lion voice, saying it is time for the lions and the lionesses to tell their own story. King David killed Goliath with a stone, we original dread.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open your eyes. Wake up. Blessed love, this is Queen Omega representing for all lions and lionesses. With the lion's voice, we come to tell our story. Ras Tafari, live it. Hey, the lion's voice. Ras Tafari.
Yeah, man. Greetings, Rastafari, Hail Emperor the King Selassie the first, the perfect balance Empress Menin. This is first man for Rastafari Indigenous Village, recognizing, accepting, promoting lion voice. Yes, the voice of Rastafari, speaking about Rastafari, educating Rastafari, preserving, protecting Rastafari. Give thanks.
Aye, Rastafari, mighty.
Amina, the time has come for the lioness to tell our own story. No surrender, no retreat, we are Jaja soldier. Rougher than the streets, tougher than a boulder. Bigging up Lamb's voice. Now put it, I Jalifa said that.
Yeah, David Dread of Steel Person. I'm saying hail to Lion Voice because it's time that the lion have its voice, have its own story. Says I'm stepping out here. Hear me now. Yeah, the lion's voice. Raw.
Lion voice.